An American comic strip writer once popularized the simile, I love you like a fat kid loves cake. I love cake like a fat kid loves cake. Hello and welcome to Luxury Time with me, Lisa Mangaldas. I couldn't be more excited today because my task right now is to bring you the most outstanding desserts in town. Work couldn't possibly be more pleasurable. Celebrity chef Ranveer Brar recently opened Tag in Mumbai, bringing his signature flair to global vegetarian cuisine. And the acronym stands for the Amateur Gallery because alongside the fabulous food, on display are artworks by amateur artists. And of course, Ranveer's desserts are works of art in themselves, which is exactly why I'm here. Ranveer, you're one of the only chefs I've ever met that's so fit. How do you do it?
Stress. But I think it's very important for chefs to taste as much and eat the least. So that's what I say, you know what, I taste everything and eat nothing. Also, a little bit of workout helps.
Yeah, well, what's cooking good looking?
Well, desserts, right? I think when it comes to indulgence, when it comes to luxury, nothing beats desserts. So we thought might as well cook up some desserts, talk about luxury, talk about the whole luxury dining space while we're cooking desserts. So we're going to do a very simple one. We know complicated stuff's not my forte. I'm not smart for complicated stuff. So we'll do a very, very simple recipe, right?
All right. So what according to you makes for a great dessert?
Balance. Balance is the word that makes for a great dessert. Now, normally, when we're cooking main courses, we want it to be more comfort, but desserts, we like to flirt. As chefs, we like to flirt with your palate when it comes to the dessert, and finding that perfect balance, not with flirting, with the dessert.
Well, that too.
is very, very important. Whether it's a balance of texture, balance of flavor, or a balance of colors on the plate. Balance is what makes a great dessert. Also, talking about luxury dining and luxury desserts, responsible luxuries is showing up everywhere in the food spaces. We're all going local. We're doing luxurious stuff, but we want to go local, actually hyper local. We want to do stuff that's relevant to the culture. So, for me, responsible luxury is the cornerstone of the New World cuisine.
So part of the idea at Tag was for it to be an art gallery, right? And just looking at you compose that, there's kind of an element of being an artist to being the chef as well, isn't it?
Yeah, we call it the gourmet art kitchen. So it is gourmet art. That's what we like to call our food. And we try and do justice to it with the patience and the way we plate it.
The moment I've been waiting for. Everything about this is just delicious, and the crispy kind of the texture that the blowtorch gives the sabayon.
I love that bitterness, the caramel bitterness that you get on a sabayon or a creme brulee. That slight bitterness, it accentuates the whole experience.
It's so good, and I love dessert. So I'm exhibiting tremendous restraint here at stopping at this point. Just go for it.
Of course. Life is short. Eat desserts first.
While I could have happily spent all afternoon eating the pistachio cake that Ranveer had made me, he had another equally delicious surprise in store. A chocolate dessert plating challenge.
All right. So now we'll have to do a little bit of hard work for our desserts. So what we're going to do is, this is a sesame Nutella chocolate pave. I'm going to plate one, you plate one. No, this is not a competition.
No pressure.
No pressure. No pressure.
But presentation is so key to the enjoyment of any food.
And desserts in particular, right?
I mean, they say don't judge a book by its cover and all, but like, let's be honest. Right?
Well, at the count of 3, both of us just do our plating. All right, 1, 2, 3, go. All right, that looks stunning. It looks gorgeous.
Does it really? Or are you just being nice?
No, it's actually beautiful.
Do you think I have a future in your kitchen?
Totally. You know what? Here, you get our tag apron.
Thank you. Perfect. So in case I lose my job, I know it.
You won't lose your job, but this it looks good.
I had such fun. This was really just such a fun morning and delicious as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure hosting you. Your spirit of cooking and plating is really appreciated. Awesome.
Thank you.
Ranveer's approach combines the most inspired elements of several culinary traditions. Think pistachio cake with mascarpone and miso, or silky chocolate and crunchy sesame. We're now going to take a quick break, but stay tuned as we visit a pastry chef who's mastered the art of French confectionery on the other side.
Sanjana's latest venture, La Folie Lab, is an experimental cafe with a focus on high-quality ingredients and superb technique. And Sanjana is currently in the kitchen whipping up some very special treats for me.
Sanjana Patel and her brand, La Folie, have come to stand for the best French confectionery in India. Sanjana studied at Europe's best culinary schools and worked with several of the most talented pastry chefs in Paris before starting her own business in Mumbai.
La Folie means madness. It's about, intense obsession about a craft, about anything. So it's also a unique word which was told to me by Chef Michelak. I had created the Rouge Velour mold for him, when I was working in Plaza. And when he saw the dessert that came out of it, he said, "C'est la folie, c'est la magique." So that for me stuck, and I started, relating the craft of patisserie and, be a chocolaterie with La Folie. It happened so that I traveled to France for a bit, and I saw the patisseries. I saw how chefs were having the respect for what they are doing, the passion behind cooking, crafting, creating, and all of that. Having seen that rather, I said, I want to become a chef.
I can't think of a tastier way to have my daily antioxidants. Rose panna cotta in a beetroot and raspberry consommé. And if that wasn't enough, it's topped with fresh berries, champagne caviar, and Greek yogurt snow, iced with liquid nitrogen.
The way I look at a dessert is for sure that, it needs to mimic what a creator is thinking. So if a creator is thinking about, a mood of, be it, got to do with Valentine, for example, or, something got to do with, baptism. So, I would look at, maybe a Rouge Velour, because it talks about the rose flower, it talks about berries, it talks about, the different textures that you want to have as when you want to fall in love. So that's one of the things that I look at when you see a creation, a French dessert creation.
She's also made me the Autocan chocolate mousse with some very special Valrhona chocolate made from the highest quality Venezuelan cocoa beans. She's pairing the mousse with a sorbet made of mango, pineapple, and Japanese yuzu lime, and garnishing it all with poached citrus fruit, gianduja wire, passion fruit gel, and edible gold. At around 4 p.m., without a doubt, that tea time sugar requirement hits me every day. And Sanjana, of course, knows that, which is why she's prepared a fantastic high tea for me.
Sanjana, what a feast. Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming in today.
Tell me what we have here. I know that this is healthy, right?
Yes, that's actually called the antioxidant. It's full of berries and it's got some of my favorite ingredients, which is like the beetroot and a rose. And of course, strawberries are in season, and I have put some Greek yogurt, which was put in nitrogen, and we've got some champagne.
Who knew that something so tasty could be good for you?
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? That is less than 100 calories.
Oh my
I'm
God.
not joking about that.
Perfect. So you could actually eat it every day and be fine.
Absolutely, yeah.
Can I help myself?
Absolutely.
I have
What
a
would
hard
you
time
like?
resisting temptation.
Okay.
Is there
that's the Rouge Velour.
The Rouge Velour. Tell me about that while I try this.
So this dessert is known as the Orchucan. Orchucan is actually, it's got to do with, the region, the Andean region, which is around the South American belt. So it's got chocolate used from different regions, and so of course we're using Valrhona because it's one of the finest French luxury chocolates that you get in the world. So you get really good pronounced taste, and we've got some poached pineapples and fruits in there as well.
This is delicious, by the way.
Thank you so much.
So I see gold leaf and gold dust even.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
For me, when you're presenting a dessert, and especially a luxury dessert, you wanna see some textures, you wanna see some color, you wanna see some play. And of course, even when you see La Folie, it's about madness, it's about, eating with your eyes first. So you want to be tempted with your eyes, and then when you dig in, of course, that's when flavors start playing on your palate. And one of the reasons why I use a gold dust and a gold leaf is because the colors are so citric. At the same time, it's balanced with some soil. The chocolate kind of gets lifted up because of the gold dust. Yeah.
Now, high tea for me is one of the most wonderful ways to enjoy lots of sweet treats.
Yeah.
And it must be a really popular time for people to come
Absolutely,
to
post
your cafes
3:30
as
and
well.
4 p.m. Yeah.
And what do you think it is about high tea that's just such a feminine and such a celebratory sort of way to enjoy food?
I think I would say that a lot of people love to have petit fours in India. We've never wanted to have too much of, sweet in larger amounts. So I think the entire concept of balancing it with a lovely tea or a lovely siphon coffee or something like a cold brew, it really works out. So a lot of people get, and it becomes a ceremony, because they definitely want to enjoy sweet, and they feel that this is the right time of the day that they can give justice to.
Well, you are so gifted that I think even if your customers just said, do what you like, Sanjana, they'd be delighted as I am.
I've been fortunate enough that people really trust me, and they're happy with what I give them. So it makes me happy.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much as well for today.
This season on Luxury Time, we present a brand new segment called Shine, where we feature the hottest new launches in the luxury space. Take a look at this week's pick.
Speaking of tea time, in case you need your fix but don't have time for a proper high tea, here's some exciting news. Starbucks has just launched Teavana, a glorious range of customizable tea offerings.
Whether you like your tea hot or iced, with or without milk, spicy or sweet, Starbucks Teavana ensures in true Starbucks style that you get exactly the delicious combination that you crave. With bold, handcrafted flavors to choose from, if you're a tea lover like me, you have reason to celebrate.
We're now going to take a quick break, but believe it or not, I'm all set for even more dessert on the other side.
I'm about to meet a restaurateur who's played a big role in showing the world that desi food can be avant-garde. He's brought molecular gastronomy to India's food landscape, serving up textures and combinations that surprise and delight.
Zorawar Kalra is the founder and MD of massive restaurants with over a dozen establishments nationwide, including Made in Punjab, Masala Library, Masala Bar, Papaya, and Farsi Cafe, where we are now. And he sure knows a thing or two about creating a mean dessert. Zorawar, you know, I take dessert really seriously. I'm the kind of person who wouldn't accept a dinner invitation until after I find out what's for dessert. But I want to hear from you, what makes a great dessert?
You know, dessert is literally fuel for the soul. I think all food is, but dessert is that special thing that no matter how full you are, you always have that little bit of extra space, a little pocket hidden somewhere in your stomach, which is reserved only for dessert. I think it is truly the one thing that every age group, every demographic loves. We can't do without dessert. It's natural to the human brain, I guess. It excites the brain like nothing else. Chocolate has the same effect on the brain as a lot of other interesting activities, but it is truly something that just is universal. Dessert is truly universal.
I have to agree. I think my whole stomach is reserved for dessert. I could do just dessert all day. But I want to hear from you what you think makes a great dessert.
I think dessert is something, you know, that is fairly private to people. So I might like, for example, Indian dessert. You might prefer the Western side. I think anything that makes you feel good, makes you want to crave it the next night, makes you want to go back to that establishment to try it again and again, that's a great dessert. And I don't think it has got to do with the sweetness levels or, you know, what kind of ingredients that go into it. I think it's the way it makes you feel. And any great dessert is the thing that you crave, sometimes even more than the meal. And that's what makes a great dessert.
Absolutely. Now, you've been a pioneer in bringing molecular gastronomy to India. Tell us first, for the uninitiated, what molecular gastronomy is all about.
So in my opinion, molecular is now a word that has been a little bit overused perhaps and has been commercialized a bit, but in essence it means the melding of science and art, the science of food with the art of food. And what it does is it takes regular familiar food but puts a scientific twist on it and makes it look a little bit more theatrical, a little bit different, but at the same time ensuring that the host flavors, the integrity of the host flavors remains intact. I think what people really want to experience is really fresh experiences.
Now, in that vein, mithai is something that's very close to your heart as well. Again, perhaps a food item that's not yet seen the kind of attention that it deserves. And you've played with ingredients from Indian desserts on your menus here as well. Talk me through a few of those items and sort of your vision for Indian dessert.
I think all the desserts in all my restaurants are based on some mithai that existed in some form in some part of India. We try and cover the whole country. We got this dessert in Farsi Cafe, which is called Textures of Mithai. And it literally is all the stuff that we like, you know, motichur laddu, bhapa doi, gajar ka halwa, all that one barfi, all that stuff that we love, but in a different, totally new way. So we've changed the shape, we've changed the look and feel, but when you bite into it, it immediately takes you back to, you know, wherever you ate it last. So I think it is, you know, paying ode or homage to these wonderful desserts that have existed in India. I think we have the world's greatest confectionery.
Take me through a few of the favorites on your dessert menu. What comes to my mind is the jalebi caviar and the rasmalai tres leche.
I love those two. So jalebi is actually my favorite dessert in the whole world. We were sitting in my office and I said, I love jalebi to all my chefs. I still remember this very clearly, and we said that how do we reinvent one of the most iconic desserts from India? So I took a pen, a sheet of paper, and I dropped the pen on it and made a small little dot. And I said, please guys, somehow recreate jalebi like this, make it orange, and we'll make it look like caviar, like fish eggs, and let's call it jalebi caviar and serve it in a natural, you know, shell. So we got these special shells. We built the dessert. We built a special apparatus through which you could actually pour the liquid and it would come down like a perfect bead, almost like the dots of a motichur laddu, but remain crisp. So we use this special oil technique and we use this special apparatus to kind of create that little caviar explosion in your mouth. So when you eat the jalebi caviar, every bead literally explodes like a caviar, but it's actually a jalebi, and it's fantastic. About the tres leche, my God, I am the biggest fan of, in general, Mexican food, but one of my favorite desserts is the tres leche with yours too, right? With that cake, and it's so moist and it takes so long to make, and it's got 3 types of milk. I just always loved it. I thought it's in texture, form, and in other ways very similar to the yogurt type of the base that we have for rasmalai. And I thought that why not recreate rasmalai, have the same essence and flavors and everything else, but use the techniques of tres leche. So I'm getting hungry talking about all these desserts, and I know you love desserts. In fact, your entire stomach is like kind of reserved for desserts. So we're sitting in a restaurant, we're sitting in Fuzzy Cafe. How about we try all these wonderful things we're talking about?
I'd love that.
Let's do that.
I can think of few things more pleasurable than taste testing dessert, and today I'm spoilt for choice and I can't wait to dig in. If you'd like to indulge without worrying about your waistline, here are some exclusive tips from ace dietitian Kashish Alamchandani.
Watching your waistline does not mean swearing off desserts altogether. In fact, denying yourself of the bites you crave could backfire, causing you to feel deprived, resulting into binging. Well, this does not mean the permission to overindulge, but it's perfectly healthy to enjoy a few spoonfuls of your favorite dessert every once in a while. 2 quick fixes for the same: just tone down the portion sizes as in included within your daily calorie allowance, and indulge in say about once a week instead of a snack and not post meal. Secondly, amp up your workout routine to burn more. There are many healthy alternatives to sugar, but stevia is one all-natural, calorie-free alternative to sugar. You could also include whole fruits, frozen berries, raisins, dried figs, jaggery, dates, prunes as a sugar substitute. Also, you could spice up your food with cinnamon, cardamom, nutmeg, cloves, peppercorn. But in spite of all these, if you still need a sugar splurge, then occasionally indulge in a rich, decadent, sugary food, but keep it very small.
See you again next week, where we'll bring you the best from Baselworld 2017.